Do you think you can solve a murder mystery using some floor plans? Well, we will see, but I think strange houses will put plausibility limits and your analytical skills to the test.
This a floor plan of a certain house. Do you see anything strange about it? At first glance, it probably looks totally normal, like a house anyone might live in. But if you look very closely, you might notice things here and there that seem somehow off. Those off details pile up and link together to lead to one inescapable truth. A truth so terrifying, you won't want to believe it.
A writer fascinated by macabre stories is approached by his acquaintance, who is planning to buy a second-hand house in Tokyo. And the house seems perfect. It has large, bright rooms, lots of windows, and they're actually thinking to proceed with the purchase. But when our main character and his architect friend examined floor plan for this house, they found some weird things about it. It seems like that the house has some mysterious empty spaces, trapdoors, and windowless children's room. And our characters, intrigued by these findings, are trying to understand the purpose of such design, because it is something that they've never seen before. And from this point on, the story unfolds in front of us and invites us to this investigation. We're trying to discover the mystery of these houses and the horrific story behind them. The premise of the story is very interesting and gripping, and Uketsu is very original in his books. If you've ever read Strange Pictures, you're probably already aware of his style. When we have some visual clues to our stories, and we're trying to solve the mystery with the characters. This original touch in the story make it very gripping and extremely difficult to actually put down. In my case, I finished the book in one day, but if you're a fast reader, you can probably read it within 2 hours because it's very, very short. And I would say that probably around 1/4 of the book is occupied by floor plans, which makes the reading experience even faster. Majority of the rest of the narrative is pretty much a dialogue between our characters when they're trying to solve the mystery. And the writing is very simplistic and plain, and if you like this sort of writing, you will really appreciate it. But if you are more of a fan of more literary writing, more flowery style, probably it will not be something you will appreciate. But even though I personally really enjoyed the book and I had a blast with it, I have some complaints. I personally felt reading this story that it was really testing the limits of plausibility, because as soon as our characters received this floor plan, they came up with this absolutely crazy idea, seemingly with no much basis for it, and it left me just questioning what is actually happening here. And at the same time, I personally found the ending very overstretched in its ideas. I'm not sure if you've already read this book, please let me know what you think about the ending. But I felt that it left me stranded. I was sitting and scratching my head and I couldn't understand what had just happened. Because the twist was so wild, I just couldn't believe in it. In my personal opinion, I found Strange Pictures, the first translated book by Uketsu, more nuanced, more plausible, and much more balanced. And if, for instance, you're just starting your journey with Uketsu, I would highly recommend you to start with Strange Pictures, and if you like that book, proceed with Strange Houses. That's the way I've personally done it, and I think it's a better way to approach his books. And an interesting fact for you at the end of this video, because Uketsu himself is a mystery, no one actually knows his identity. He always wears a mask on his videos and he's changing his voice, so no one actually knows who Uketsu is. But his books are very original, and I would actually recommend you to try them, just at least for their originality, because there are not many books that actually inviting readers to participate, to actively participate in the story. But again, please start your journey with strange pictures. I think you will have a much better experience if you will do it this way. See you soon. Bye.